I have a train, which is on manual. That would be why. Okay, that will help it. A couple of stackers with extra resources in each. This train's lost, hasn't got its full. What the hell? Jesus. Okay, I'll have to fix that. I had a couple of people help me. I've had 3 people in the map. Wolf Sniper, he built a duck. He also railed up to here. He did all this rail that I'm running my mouse along, on all this one, and a little bit in here, a little bit here. I also had Dark Dragon. He is the owner of this mall. If I hover over it, there's his name on the right. So he's the owner of the mall. Here's one of my very small module builds. I need about 20 of each of these, and the issue is I've got no red circuits. Once I get red circuits sorted out, everything will be okay again. I'm running out of plastic. Plastic's out because of lack of petroleum. Petroleum's out because of lack of crude. Crude is out back in the system. Should mean it's coming back up. Cool. My train's not even here. Where's my train? Train's stuck in the traffic jam. Wow. Okay, I'm going to fix that traffic jam up. What else to show? Okay, I got my eastern wall, my northwestern, my western, my southwestern, and my south wall. This is Junks, he also is in the map. I just realised I've actually have 4 people helping me on the map, but Junks was in here. No, sorry, Junks never came in. He saw it on the stream, and he thought this sort of looked like a bit like Italy. And now Italy looks shaped like a boot, so it's Junks' Italy boot. Oh, I need to run that line a bit. Then over here, I'll scroll right out. That's my map that I've explored. So there's my starting area. So that's my map. That's my playthrough so far. My goal is to have certain depots like this here. Each one of these will send their resources off somewhere else to get something else done. So at the moment, I've got my iron and my copper. It's coming down here to what is now be my currently under construction green circuits. So the iron will come in, here's copper, here's iron. I've got 2 stations for each. They'll come in, and then green circuits will leave and go somewhere else. And then I'll also have iron heading over to a gear circuit machine, gear assembly machine. Pretty much all the intermediate products will have their own station and their own area. And they won't, like, say for example, I was going to build assembly machine 3s. Assembly machine 3s will have a delivery of assembly machine 2s and a delivery of speed modules, but they won't make it themselves. So I'll have a speed 1 module build somewhere. They'll ship it over to this build. And of course speed 1 modules needs green and reds. So here's the greens, and then the reds stay over here, and they'll ship it over to the speed module. What have we got? Wow, crazy huge compared to what I have so far. Yeah, but you put yourself a pretty big task of ramping those biters up. Out here is all just behemoth biters, behemoth worms. Even over here, I was no, sorry, down here, I was exploring this here and wiping out a bunch of biters here. This was all behemoth. So I mean, I've got behemoths as well, behemoth worms, but I've never really had a lot of attacks. So I'll put on. There's my defenses. Just lasers, no flamers, no gun turrets, just pure lasers now. I do have in the middle here, without its own station, an artillery train. So he'll have his own station soon. The station I'm looking for, he's going to get an upgrade. It's going to be a huge, giant artillery train, which will have its own manufacturing for its own shells. Then my power network looks like that. Looks kind of cool when it's zoomed out. I'm going to be tidying this wire, this cabling up here. Just realised, oh yeah, it is connected. Just connect it here. Remove all of that. Remove all that. Connect it across here. And remove all this one, because it's just a surplus to the need. and eventually this one will go as well, once I can guarantee this one is a solid and safe connection. Robo network, it looks a bit horrible. Each one of the steel smelters has their own robo network. I'm down here at the moment, so that's why there's robo down here, otherwise nothing there. I had a stone build up here that needed, I was building this here, as you can see there's a very straight line. This was all water. The water line was down around here somewhere. I just built it all up, kind of made it into like a reindeer. But I needed stone. I was running out of landfill quick, so yeah, that's why there's a small stone station here, just building landfill, which is all full. But then all this robo network has to be removed. I don't want any of that robo network. This can keep one, this can keep it, so this all together, and this will run over to this one. I did have it over here because I had the artillery train parked over here, and when the artillery train was parked over here, it was getting delivered artillery shells. So that's why there's a network all the way out there. Otherwise, I'm going to basically shrink this right down and keep it all much neater and tidier. Just realised this is out of a network. I'll put it down there. Pollution-wise, yep, it's a pretty bad pollution. So from the beginning, if I take the pollution off because it hurts my eyes, basically I had biters all through here. You can see the remnants of where they were or are still. But all this island had biters on it. This is my to-do list. Ignore that for now. There's biters all up here, and as you can see, they're all in pollution. And up here. But it looks like in one of the recent updates, they changed the way biters path, and if the path is too long, it ignores the pollution, it absorbs it still, but it won't send attacks to save UPS. Now, I had biters literally on my doorstep for the entire game. They were in pollution. This all had biters on it. There's a worm on here. Oh, another autosave. All over here, biters in pollution. Again, down here, this was all biters. I cleared this out with an artillery train. These all have biters that are swamped. See where I ran past them, but like completely covered. But I'm not getting any attacks. Well, I am, but let's see the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 biters. That's it. 4 biters. So, as you said on your base, they're not sending you a lot of attacks, not even on mine with them in pollution, and like I was then firing artillery at them, then they would send attacks. But unless you provoke them, they sort of leave you alone, and I don't know why. It's not friendly. I saw on your map, your resources were quite close together. This is sort of the closest that I had any resources. My spawn is down here, so there's still quite a wee way I had to run at the beginning. But all my resources are quite spread out. Well, there's a good patch down here. Actually, you can set up your own little base down here. You got iron, copper, coal, oil, uranium, stone. Yeah, you can build your own base starting right there. And these are big resources. She's 35 mil, 28 and a 23, 25 and 9.9 and 11,000 oil. Oh, and another 8,000 over the side. Yeah, you have a nice little base down there. Yeah, my settings are only mod I'm running, which is why I asked you last night what mods you were running. The only one I'm running is the Disco Labs. So the Disco Labs change all the colours. Oh, 12 turrets attack, 2 biters. And the other setting is RailWorld settings. So all my resources are really far apart. Until you look at that, and got 2 big oil patches side by side. But yeah, RailWorld settings. And yeah, that's it. That's my base. Here's my to-do list. I've got to finish off the smelters, which just needs modules. Bottom one, I think I finished it. I've got to fix that train though. That's embarrassing. I had a train lose its engine. Never done any railways before. Difficult to start, but once you've got them set up, very easy. I can do a lot of outposting. Pretty much every single resource I need to have an outpost on it and bring it into the base, whether it's into the starter base or into these moduled offsites. I'm doing the easy builds, which is obviously green circuits. I'm going to be doing a gear wheel next. Just wondering where to put the gears. I'm not too sure yet. Maybe down here. I'll think about it. But basically, I needed to use the resources. I had resources that I had no output for them. So these iron and copper smelter at the top, they had all the inputs there. All the trains were backed up, but they had nothing going, nothing leaving. So I needed to work out where to put the stuff. So I decided copper, iron, green circuits, logical. But the iron will also be going off to gears next. Offsite labs. I'm going to be picking up those labs once I got red circuits. Those labs are getting picked up and put to their own place. I've got an idea for them, and it's also going to be about 4 times the size, so it'll be pretty cool to see that. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big offsite lab build. Covrix home, my Covrix system here, it's in the middle of my line. I've got to move that out of the way. Empty miners, that's just going around all these old mining outposts and picking up any and all the miners that are finished. I'm not going to do it now, I won't get carried away. Okay, next up, excuse me, yeah, thank you. Artillery train base, so I want to get my artillery train to have its own base, which is going to provide itself, and it's going to supply itself and build its own own shells. Remove the power line in the west, which is power line, this one, and then this one as well. Can't do it quite yet because I need to make sure that my wall's got some defences just in case. But I can. Oop, there's a rails in there. I can chuck a couple power poles here, get that connected. I've got it connected up here. I can remove this one, remove that random pole as well. Just basically tidy up all these really random power poles lying around the place. These ones up now. That one should connect down to this one here. That will definitely. See, yeah. I've already got some outposts you'll see on the map. I've got this one, that stone, I've got that stone started. They weren't important, they were sort of walking past and like slap down the blueprint. Yeah, it will be. So with rails, I use a blueprint from Mojo D. I got 2 different books from his. 2 lane segments, Mojo D version 3, and the 4 lane segments. The idea of them is, have I got anyone nearby that needs a rail? Not really. Let me just move over here a little. Right, so as you can see here, it's all evenly spaced. And if you needed to build a corner off that, you line up the power poles, and then away you go. Let me find one here. Again, see here, it's all modular, it's all pre-built. So you're building the rails, it means that when you actually look at your rails, it's all perfectly lines up. How's the UPS? It means you don't waste rails, don't waste power poles, signals and everything else. Just makes things a lot nicer. Big thing to remember with rails, your signals always goes on the right hand side of the track, and the great thing is if you go to place a signal down somewhere, you'll see that just above where my cursor is circling there, you'll see arrows. That just means that the train's going to go left to right on that rail there, and this one down here will be going from, well, technically right to left, but up to down. So rails, and that's the same with train stations, on the right hand side of the track. Biggest thing to remember. If you can remember right hand side of the track, you're good to go. If you ever need help with that sort of thing, just give me a yell. Uh, I don't mind helping people out. Do they both have a train in them? Didn't look. Yes, it did.